Gombe Assembly concludes 2026 budget defense, urges LGs to boost revenue and accountability. Gombe Head of Service pledges transparency, capacity building to reform public service. And Gombe Muslim and Christian leaders unite at Al-Fahad Mosque for historic interfaith fast break to promote national peace. Very good evening and welcome to the news. I am Comfort Mukul Ali. Now the news in full. The Gombe State House of Assembly Committee on Appropriation has concluded the 2026 budget defense exercise for the 11 local government areas across the state. In his closing remarks, the chairman of the committee, Ali Baba Manu, commended the cooperation of council chairmen for their contributions towards a successful exercise. He also urged them to improve internally generated revenue and address financial irregularities that could undermine effective financial management. Earlier, the representative of the Speaker and House Majority Leader, Raymond Ladangole, stated that the significant exercise is to identify areas requiring adjustment to the budget in line with the Assembly's constitutional mandate. He further commended the enabling environment provided by the Governor, Mahmoud Inuhaya, for the effective execution of developmental projects across the state. Meanwhile, all 11 local government councils participated in the exercise and pledged to make necessary improvements to enhance the provision of social amenities, particularly in rural communities. Similarly, as the 2026 budget defense exercise for the 11 local government councils in Gombe State comes to a close, the chairmen of Nafat and Funakai local government areas have expressed confidence in the dividends of democracy being enjoyed under the administration of Governor Muhammad Inuhaya. Speaking to journalists shortly after the budget defense at the Gombe State House of Assembly, the chairman of Nafat and local government, Alhaji Babangida Adamu Jigawa, and his Funakai counterpart, Shaibu Abdurrahman Adam, said residents of the areas have benefited from several capital projects. They listed key projects to include the complete renovation of the Nafat and local government secretariat, establishment of Almajiri and Gaya schools, provision of potable drinking water, road construction, and the development of a modern shopping complex in Bajoga, among others. The chairman described the commissioning of multi-billion-naira projects in their respective areas as a significant milestone, noting that the creation of local council development areas in the state will further ease administrative burden on existing councils and expand access to democratic dividends. They called on the people of Nafat and Funakai to continue praying for Governor Mahmoud Inuhaya to succeed in his developmental initiatives while also assuring him of their continued support. Meanwhile, other local government councils that appeared before the House Committee on Appropriation to defend their 2026 budget proposals include Kwame, Yamontudiaba Shangom, and Kaltungo, who expressed determination to build on existing developmental strides. Speaking on behalf of the chairman of Kaltungo and Shangom local government areas, Ahmad Wali Doho, Abubakar Hassan Ifa, Aaron Andrew Laptia, and Saidu Manzupilia, described the achievements recorded so far as unprecedented. They also urged residents to continue supporting the present administration, describing Governor Mahmoud Inuhaya as a leader committed to people-oriented governance. The Gombe State Project Coordinator of the Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes, ACRESL, Dr. Sani Adamujaro, has revealed that only 70 complaints were recorded during the implementation of the Delmar Gully Erosion Control Project. Dr. Jaro explained that out of the total complaints, 14 were no formal cases requiring detailed attention, all of which were successfully resolved through established grievance redress mechanism. He noted that the prompt resolution reflects the effectiveness of the project's conflict management strategy as well as the cooperation of stakeholders. The project coordinator also commended Governor Mahmoud Inuhaya for his continued support and commitment to the successful implementation of ACRESL projects across Gombe State, noting that government's backing has been key to the smooth execution of the project. He further assured that the ACRESL team remains dedicated to working round the clock to ensure the timely completion and overall success of the Delmar Gully Erosion Control Project and other related interventions in the state. The Gombe State Head of Civil Service, Professor Muazu Shehu, has reaffirmed his commitment to restoring integrity and transparency in the state public service. Speaking in his office, Professor Shehu said his administration will prioritize capacity building through regular training workshops. He explained that the initiative is aimed at equipping civil servants with the necessary skills to address emerging challenges driven by modern technology. He also called on workers across the state to support ongoing public service reforms geared towards achieving sustainable development.
Mahmoud Inuhaya has recently established the Information Technology Development Agency. So the Office of the Civil Service, the Office of the Head of Service, the Civil Service Commission, and the newly established Gombe State Information Technology Development Agency will work hand in hand to ensure routine, continuous training for civil servants.
In a related development, the chairperson of the Civil Service Commission, Rabi Shaibu Jamaica, alongside members of the Commission's management team, paid a congratulatory visit to the head of service. She explained that the visit was to celebrate his appointment and strengthen collaboration between the Commission and the Office of the Head of Service with a view to ensuring synergy and improved service delivery.
We have been partnering with the former head of service, so we want to continue in that direction in order to drive the reforms of His Excellency Muhammadu Inuaya.
The Gombe State Commissioner for Works, Housing and Transportation, Engineer Jamal Akanamu Usman, has assured that the ongoing underpass project in the state capital will be completed within the next 4 to 5 months. Speaking to a correspondent in his office, the Commissioner said the project is progressing steadily and is aimed at addressing traffic congestion along the busy corridor. He explained that the vehicular movement in the area is expected to increase significantly with the development of the 3-arm zone, making the underpass a critical infrastructure project. Engineer Usman added that in addition to easing traffic flow, the project will improve the aesthetic appeal and modern outlook of Gombe Metropolis.
Well, the work that's going on in the underpass and all other work in Gombe, they are all ongoing projects, and we have done our best to make sure that at least all this work we either complete. There are some that we will complete them before the rainy season, and some after the rainy season. In totality, all the roads that are not the period that was given to the construction of this road is 1 year. That is the time span, is 1 year. So we expect to finish everything by February next year, inshallah.
The Commissioner also called on residents to continue supporting the policies and programs of the administration of Muhammad Inuaya to ensure sustained development across the state. The leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Muhammad Inuaya of Gombe State has been commended for introducing the Forest Guard initiative aimed at tackling insecurity across vulnerable communities. The commendation was given by an APC chieftain, Abbas Umar Nabingi, while speaking to journalists in Gombe. He described the program as a timely intervention designed to strengthen security, particularly in border areas and forest zones prone to criminal activities. He said the Forest Guard initiative, which covers 5 states including Osun, Adamawa, Kwara, Kogi and Gombe states, is focused on recruiting and training local hunters and vigilante members to support conventional security agencies. Nabingi also praised the efforts of the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, alongside retired Deputy Commissioner of Police, Muhammad Ahmed, for their roles in advancing security across the state and the country. Meanwhile, the screening of applicants is currently ongoing at the police mobile force base along Kwame Road in Gombe. The exercise, which began on Monday, February 2026, is expected to conclude on Friday, February 27, 2026. About 650 applicants are expected to be selected on merit from across 11 local government areas of the state. Successful candidates will undergo a 2-month intensive training program in Osun State before being deployed back to Gombe. The Forest Guards will operate in collaboration with the Nigeria Police Force, the Nigerian Army and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps to enhance security across 114 political wards in the state. Some beneficiaries, including Mahmoud Suleiman Kuri, Aisha Tumeli, Josephine Galadima Audi, Yakon Musa, and Regis Joshua, have expressed appreciation for the initiative, describing it as an opportunity to serve their communities and contribute to peace-building efforts. The Forest Guards initiative is expected to significantly boost grassroots security and improve coordination between local vigilante groups and formal security agencies in Gombe State. Our community in Kaltungo local government area has joined the wall in celebrating International Mother Tongue Day, an initiative aimed at promoting linguistic and cultural diversity in the region. At the celebration held at Kamo Primary School, the district head of Kamo, Alhaji Nuhu Adamu, explained that International Mother Tongue Day, observed every February, is more than just a means of communication. It serves as a foundation for identity, culture, and knowledge. Speaking through his representative, Malam Haruna Barajan Kamo, he stressed the importance of young people in fostering inclusive education systems and both respect mother tongues and embrace global languages. The Education Secretary of Kaltibu Local Government, Hajja Mairama Muhammad, represented by Malam Banat Njuma, praised the organizers of the event, noting that it helps children understand and appreciate their mother tongue from an early age. During a paper presentation, Comrade Samson Musa Maijama'a, speaking on the topic Youth Voices for Multilingual Education, highlighted that learning often begins with the mother tongue before gradually introducing national and international languages. In the welcome address, Mr. Jonathan, chairman of the organizing committee, added that the celebration brought together nursery, primary, and secondary schools from the Kamo area, allowing students to showcase their talents in their respective languages. While the headlines often speak of government activities, the dinner table in Gombe is telling a different story. Tonight, we see what happens when the crescent and the cross meet for dinner. In a rare display of interfaith solidarity, Muslim and Christian leaders have broken bread and their fats together, sending a powerful message of peace to fractured nations. GMC correspondent Mohammed Ibrahim Nafada has the details.
As the sun dipped below the horizon in Gombe, the Al-Ahfat Mosque became more than just a place of worship. It became a bridge. In a symbolic move to stitch the social fabric of the country back together, the mosque hosted both Muslim and Christian scholars for iftar, with both faiths observing their respective fasting periods. The timing was intentional. Guests noted that the spirit in the room wasn't just about food. It was about reclaiming the narrative of peace.
Abin da yake faruwa a nan yau ya yi mana kwatanci nationally ba just Gombe State ba Afan kadai ba. It's a national honor and it's a national sample that Christian community and Muslim community are not at war. Babu kamar yadda da ya faɗa muku na ta faɗi ya kuma faɗa ba ni na faɗa muku ba. Nace in har yau na ji wani abu ya faru wai addini musulmi ya kace ni wancan musulmi baya layin gaskiya da na sani.
The host and chief imam, Dr. Umar Dokaji, didn't miss words. While the meal was a gesture of love, he issued a stark warning. Religious harmony alone isn't enough.
We invited Muslim scholars and Christian scholars to join with us in Ramadan Iftar, because Islam is a religion of mercy. We called them, we invited them to show them the model of our religion and the cooperation, calling everybody to cooperate it, to join together, to see how to uplift the community and the entire Nigeria.
He stressed that unless the government and the wealthy prioritize justice and feed the vulnerable, the nation's foundation remains at risk. As Nigeria grapples with ethnic and religious tensions, this gathering in Gombe serves as a reminder that peace isn't just the absence of war, it is the presence of understanding. Mohammed Ibrahim Nafada reporting for GMC News.
Quite an interesting outing out there. Over 5 million naira has been disbursed as compensation to residents of Zambuk and Hira districts in Yamalchudeva local government area. The payments are for lands acquired to construct the new LCDA secretariats. The chairman of Yamalchudeva local government, Alhaji Abubakar Hassan Ifa, praised the beneficiaries for their sacrifice, saying their support is vital for the development of their communities. Speaking through the head of Works Department, Alhaji Al-Lami Jibir, the chairman emphasized that the compensation is a gesture of appreciation, not a full repayment for the land value. He also expressed gratitude to Governor Muhammadu Inuwa for creating the local council development areas, noting that the initiative brings governance and development closer to the people. The district heads of Zambuk and Hina, Alhaji Ibrahim Usman and Alhaji Idris Isa Taylor, respectively, commended the chairman for their timely payments and ongoing developmental projects, while also appreciating the governor for fulfilling the electorate's aspirations. Representing the beneficiaries, Alhaji Suleiman Mohammed of Zambuk and Mohammed Kachalla of Hina expressed gratitude to both the local and state governments for the gesture. This is a clear demonstration of government's commitment to grassroots development in Yamal Tudebo local government area. Residents of Dangeza village in Yamal Tudebo local government area have expressed appreciation for the developmental strides of the administration of Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya. The village head of Dangeza, Lawan Garba Dangeza, made this known while speaking to our correspondent. He highlighted the key projects by the state government, including the construction of erosion control drainages, roads, and provision of potable water as initiatives positively impacting rural communities. He specifically mentioned the road linking Deba to Kuri, the installation of solar-powered boreholes and street lighting as major interventions improving livelihoods at the grassroots level. However, the traditional leader appealed to the government to extend more development to Dangeza, noting that the community still faces serious challenges in road infrastructure, healthcare facilities, and access to primary education. According to him, the largely agrarian population struggles to transport farm produce during the rainy season due to poor road networks and gully erosion. Some residents, including Suleiman Mamman and Sayyid Dangeza, also commended the governor's policies aimed at attracting investments into the state, while they believe will boost employment opportunities for young people. They cited the establishment of an industrial park as a positive step. The community further appreciated the efforts of the lawmaker representing Deba constituency and the chairman of Yamal Tudebo local government for their support in improving living conditions. They pledged their continued cooperation with ongoing voter registration efforts and called on members of the National Assembly representing the area to extend more support to the Dangeza community. And with that report from the Dangeza community, we conclude the news. But before I go, a look at some of the stories that made headlines. You heard that the State House of Assembly Committee on Appropriation has successfully concluded the 2026 budget defense exercise involving all 11 local government councils in the state. Chairman of the committee, Ani Baba Manu, commended council chairmen for their cooperation and active participation while urging them to strengthen internally generated revenue and address financial irregularities to ensure sound financial management. We also reported to you that the State of Civil Service, Professor Muazu Shehu, has reiterated his commitment to promoting integrity and transparency within the state's public service. Speaking in his office, he emphasized plans to strengthen capacity building through regular training workshops aimed at equipping civil servants with modern skills to tackle emerging technological challenges. And finally, we heard that in a powerful stand against religious and ethnic division, the Al-Afad Mosque in Gombe hosted a historic joint fast-breaking event, Iftar, for both Muslim and Christian scholars. That's been the news, and thanks for watching.